And so here is the team behind those field services in the last couple months. Samuel is with me this year, and Santiago could not join. But so the agenda, we'll go through the project story, so how we came up with those modules, and we'll see the scope they cover, some little demo, and then we can discuss the roadmap for those who have interest and maybe even projects. Sounds good? So, project started back in 2016. We got a customer, HomePro in Texas, who wanted to implement field services with Odoo. Their business is about home cinema in new houses, new apartment building in Texas. And their project is about, well, the company, the business model is about installing, doing a first visit on site to do all the wire cable. And then once the wall are closed, they install the Wi-Fi router and some back-end equipment. And when the customer is in the new house, then they install TVs and speakers. And so those 3 visits, because the company didn't do any project management, we decided to start like Odoo's Odoo field service today with a project and task. And so based on the BOM they sold, we got three tasks for the 3 visits to work on the house. 2017, we got an internet service provider in the US, 300 employees. They wanted to switch from Microsoft Dynamics field service for the cost of their licenses. And they were big enough, 300 employees, and they were doing project management. So that's where we said, well, do we want to mix the project management and field services operation? Not really. So they came to us with a list of requirements and said, well, there's lots of money to invest here, so we don't want to repay this cost for every version. So they went to Odoo in San Francisco. We opened the door for them, and Odoo said, well, we're not interested. So we said, well, let's push those modules, let's make those modules together and push those to the OCA and see if it sticks, if someone join the community and start contributing. So we made the first version on Odoo 11 with that company. We migrated during the project on version 12. They migrated in 2022 to version 14, and in between lots of contributions from Accretion, from a US landscaper in Miami who are contributing, and we'll see those in the demo, the recurring field service order. So we'll see. The reason I'm explaining the company behind those, the customer behind those, is there's lots of different sectors that can fit those those modules can fit. So we can discuss those. And we migrated and did some very small refactoring during the migration to version 17 internally, but with the contribution from some members. Questions on the? Nope. So the scope, so it's mostly to support all the activities of companies that have operation outside their facilities. So could be a plumber. I mean, lots of construction company like building the house outside. So plumber, electricians, those kind of jobs looks for a solution to manage their field services. The module provides locations, workers, routes, and orders. We extended those requirements with a company in Chile who distributes bottles of waters for company. And so we all manage routes. We added routes and vehicles for them, equipment, which is the fountain where they sometimes need to do some maintenance or cleanup. Also equipment for the ISP where there is some network equipment, router, switch in those locations. They specialized on residential for students on US campus. So lots of equipment there. They need to manage workers' skills. So if your workers need to get certified to work on certain equipment or perform some kind of operation there, we manage those so you can filter based on the skills. We support templates of orders, recurring orders. I mentioned the landscaper, so they have a yearly contract and to mow your garden, and so he's coming, basically has a field service order every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks to come by your house and do the work. We support maps, map view with the OCA Geo Engine, but also Google Maps. So those kind of people in the field, they have a dispatcher in the company facility, and they need the tools to locate where people are. And the typical requirement there is you get a call from a customer, my internet is down. Who is the closest, most available with the equipment in the vehicle with the skills? So we can filter by all those dimensions and give them right on the call, like, yeah, we can have someone within 20 minutes, or someone is finishing the job and can be on site within the next hour. So, and also all the mapping and cartography stuff is useful to have like build a fence around the location and trigger some sending of an SMS or email saying, hey, the guy is 20 minutes away from your home, make sure to be there. I'm sure we all, I don't know if everybody, but got this Amazon delivery where they say, well, we'll deliver on Tuesday, but yeah, what time? So you need to take your complete day off to receive this. So the idea is to be a little bit more precise. And all that I mentioned here is within the field service application, but it's also integrated with all the Odoo apps. So you can create a field service from a CRM lead. We will see during the demo, we'll create a sales order and confirm it creates whether it's a recurring field service order or just a single one, integrated with inventory when we need to manage spare parts or those kind of things. Trigger a purchase, or even purchase, a order, a timesheet entries if the worker is an employee, a purchase if it's an external one, if you subcontract your part of your operation there. Integrated with projects, so you can create a field service order from a task, from an help desk ticket. Integrating with accounting to create the customer invoice at the end of the field service process, or the vendor bill if it was a subcontractor. Integrated with agreement if you had like some kind of legal document attached to the field service order, the fleet for vehicles, maintenance and repair. So pretty extended scope here. Questions on the scope? Any other missing features that you guys have question on?
What about the mobile support? So when they're outside, is it
Yep.
possible for them to also Is it possible for the service employees to also register their times, their material, all that stuff using their mobile?
Yep, so we made a mobile app for various customers. One is I think it was the Chilean company. So when they deliver the water bottles, they have a mobile app. I don't think it supports the disconnected mode yet, but that's something we've been getting requests on and needs funding to work on this. But the idea is you can, well, first get the list of field service order by employee by day, so they know what they have to do. They are sorted out based on the routing. We got this company in Chile that made the integration with a routing service to optimize the navigation. Once on site, the workers can get the customer signature directly on the app. They can take pictures. They can request additional inventory item. They can, in Chile, they also wanted to get, so they take the empty bottles, they give the full one, but they also receive payment, so credit card or cash. And so all those transactions happen on a mobile app. They also asked us to, when the trucks goes back to the plant, they count empty bottles, and so they do a cycle count on the truck. They count the money. If something doesn't square, they charge the driver. So the mobile app is there, and what else do we have on the app? I think that's pretty much it. They can see the equipment with all the information related to the model. Anything else you can think of?
Is it a free app, or can it be purchased somewhere?
The what?
Is it a free app, or is it something
It's something we sell. I think it's still $100 per user per year, but yeah, I mean, I think the app didn't age very well, so we and most of the previous years' migration were done by community members, so we didn't. The main reason there is so I built those modules with a colleague named Wolfgang Hall. He was, I think he presented a couple of years ago in OCA days those modules as well. He retired, and so right now we're looking for a captain for the ship. So I've been reviewing stuff, but if we can, happy to review any contributions. The idea is if we can get some new project there, or even supporting you in yours, we can discuss how we can implement what's missing. No issue there. We're just really missing fuels and gas more than anything here. So demo, I'll quickly go through really the basic feature there, but I think it's version 14 we got like 30 modules or something, so there's lots of extensions that we can migrate from previous version. So I just want to go through the basic workflow there, but we'll review workers, location, the orders. I want to go through the product configuration also, and so the story I'll go first in the demo is we'll see how to sell the services from the sales order, and see what's going on when we confirm. Okay. So we got our field service application here, but if we go to sales, I have two examples here, so let's take this one. So it's a service, usual Odoo configuration. What we just added here is how we track field services. So you can create one field service order per sales order, one per line, or create a recurring one. You select the template of the order. You select if it's a recurring one, you select the recurring template as well. Could be every day during the work week, or could be every 3 weeks. So there's a bit of configuration there, but so far we've been able to support pretty much all the businesses that does this kind of contracts. So once we go through a quotation here, and I can create a new one. So we select the customer, we select the service location. So a service location is a specific object which also store like address on the contact. So don't be surprised if you create a location and you see those appearing in your list of partners. That's the intent. They are not to benefit from what Odoo provides on the contact, like geolocalization, those kind of features. We reuse them here. So we select the location. We select one of our two services. So let's pick the easy one here. Put a price. On the other info, we can, so the delivery date could be the one would be the one that the customer expects the service to the worker to arrive at the location. And so once we save and confirm, we get a field service order here. So the same idea as with inventory and inventory item, but as a dispatcher, so you go to your field service application, you can have different teams, and each team has a different process. So you can, again, also manage all the stages. But you get your list of order here. I don't have the map view, but that's, again, something that can be added. And the day route. So the day route, it's basically a list of orders. So you can see here on this. So yesterday, maybe I can pick like today. Worker 1 with his vehicle is part of the default team. Is going to go to those locations. So what we've done, for example, in Chile is when people select order a delivery of water, they can select the day based on the capacity of the truck, and so maybe their route doesn't run on Tuesday, and so or Wednesday is full, so the calendar will only show Thursday and Friday. So they can, based on their selection there, we add the order to the correct route. The route can be, so that it's a manual optimization, but that's where with the sequence here, you can send all the service order to an optimization software or platform, and based on whether it's gas, time, whatever, sort all those orders by based on the optimization. So if we go back here, so I have all my orders. I can, so here is the one I think we just created. So on the route, we got the template based on the product configuration. We can manage different types. That's entirely configurable. Priority with the star, location, the routes, and the workers. We can assign the vehicle. So on the location, we manage who we should contact to. So the location might just be this room over here, and if you want to send something to this room, you may need to contact someone that is, so you have the primary contact, but you need to ship to downstairs. Or so it might just be like a different address on the university campus. You may be shipping to a building, but the location is in another building. So it's we manage those kind of twists here. We got office hours if maybe you need to be there between 9 and 4. Those kind of schedule, the time zone. On each location, so all the some location can be hard to reach. So maybe construction sites, hey, drive 300 meters and then turn right after the tree. So that might just be the way to get to the location. We split it, so you can split your territory or your geographic area with 4 dimensions here. And so if you want to have like a specific route per territory or territory manager, Could be used for sales as well. Salespeople on the road, so you can split your region with this. The ISP, all their service order is a request for quotation, is a call for tender. So they have a service order at a location where you can select here which workers serve that location, and every order you can send like who is available to do this job and when, and then they can answer by phone on their app, and you select the quickest one or whatever. So sales, it's the salesperson that manage this location, and then the geolocalization that we discussed based on the partner. On the worker, basic information to contact him, the default vehicle here, working schedule, the territories he covers, or the location he covers. So that can be managed here. On location and worker and vehicles and equipment, we manage stages. So maybe if you want to have a Kanban view and see who is on vacation, who is not available, who is working on something, we can manage different stages. And the idea there was to, on the map, have a different symbol based on whether it's a location or an equipment or a worker, and a different color based on the stage. So it's very visual to take decision there and see and get the stuff done. Okay. So then same thing on the service order. You can manage your stages and your workflow. So based on the date we set on the sales order, you have the schedule start from the customer based on the template, the duration. We have the route. So the workers, we requested to submit their time on this. Here we would manage inventory items that are necessary to perform the, so that's again coming from the sales order. If we add inventory item on the sales order, they come here, and so the worker knows what he has to bring. And same thing with the inventory, we added some route to Odoo stock operation. So instead of having, if you do a pick, pack, ship, like 3 operation, with field service we added loading the vehicle and then delivering from the vehicle. And same thing with like picking up to the vehicle and then unloading the vehicle at the warehouse. So there's four other operation in the warehouse for this, in the inventory application. We manage activities, whether they are optional or required. Might just be like take a picture, need to complete it, or need to enter that information. So you can really direct what the worker needs to do on site. There it can just be more informal, but an open text. Execution when it started, when it ends, it computes the duration. Equipment available at the location the guy will work, so he can see what's there. And that information, all the order here, all the information from the orders is also available from the mobile app. So the guy doesn't need to have access. I think even the mobile app, the workers needs only a portal user in Odoo. So if you have 100 workers, 1,000 workers, they don't need to be 1,000 users in Odoo Enterprise. Questions so far? Yes? Okay. What else? Yeah, so you can move on to the flow. We got our recurring order here, so you can see all the other ones scheduled on that recurring order. So master data, we got pretty much I mentioned everything here on the reporting. Some data based on the orders, day routes, equipment. So just a standard pivot view here, and yep. So roadmap, migrate to version 18. I believe those modules are still ahead of what Odoo provides in the field service order in enterprise. We'll see tomorrow. But yeah, like I mentioned, we need customers financing whatever is missing here. But we got the resources, the technology, the knowledge to implement most of the idea that came to us. So if you have your own, we can discuss this today. Thank you. Questions? Tons of it.
If I understand it right, you have added the operations in the warehouse to load and unload the car. The equipment which is there, spare parts, whatever, are they handled by warehouse locations, or is a car the location?
Yeah, so when you install the inventory integration with field service, and vehicles, so both the vehicle and location are mapped to a stock inventory location. And so basically whatever the workers, so installation of the equipment can follow like different inventory route. They can be shipped directly with UPS. You can do the delivery with your truck. So there's various options here, or even drop shipped. And same thing with the spare parts. So they won't be loaded to the truck. They will be consumed on site, and so you can always go to the stock inventory location of the FSM location and see what's in there with the whatever you have on Odoo. So if it's item tracked by lot number or serial number, you can get all the information there.
Okay, thanks. Regarding the sales, you said sales integration is also possible. Is it possible to use the map view also to suggest routes for the sales team, for example?
So on sales, so what I said is you can set a sales territory on a location and have like a salesperson dedicated to that territory, but we don't I wouldn't use the field service order for the sales guy doing on-site. That can be done as well. So, but like what I showed with the day route, you could use this for salespeople, and so when they go so they are assigned, they may have different route on their territory, and maybe on Tuesday they go visit those 10 customers on this route, and on Wednesday a different one. And what I showed here with the sequences on the route, you can optimize their journey, their day, based on who they should meet. And yeah.
Thanks. Maybe we can talk later. I don't want to consume all the time for questions. So, someone else?
We didn't see the validation process of the FSM. If we have to collect maybe a signature of the customer.
So what we've done here, good questions. Two features we've added. So when not sure I installed it, but when on the stage of the order, you can select, you can trigger action, like sending an email or requesting something. but you can also, we also added like which field needs to be set, because that way the customer can do his own configuration and say, hey, when I'm moving from new to assign, the worker field needs to be set. When I'm moving from assign to schedule, the schedule date needs to be set, those kind of constraints. And so we give that tool through the stages, and that's the step we. So if the your scenario is, if we want to say, well, the service order is in progress, we want to move it to completed, we need to check that the signature field is taken, and so it's just configuration.
Thank you. I have a question before. Can I ask my question in French? I'm more
Sure,
comfortable,
yeah.
and you will translate it. Thank you so much. Donc ma question, ça concerne le mouvement d'inventaire. Vous m'entendez bien? Donc ça concerne le mouvement d'inventaire. Quand on consomme des produits, donc nativement Odoo, il va rajouter le produit sur le SO, il va créer un transfert de l'emplacement de stockage principal de l'entrepôt vers l'emplacement du client. On s'entend? Et puis
Ouais.
genre, là, si on veut rajouter des produits, comment on peut savoir sur le SO que je vais consommer de l'emplacement du truck, là, du camion, et non pas de l'emplacement de stockage principal de l'entrepôt? Parce que nativement, là, sur le SO, on peut juste choisir l'entrepôt, on ne peut pas choisir un emplacement.
So the question is about the inventory configuration when we need inventory item on a location, on the FSM location, and not the truck. How do we select the warehouse?
Non, c'est que quand on consomme des produits,
Ouais.
donc normalement, le transfert, ça va être du camion vers l'emplacement du client. Mais nativement, Odoo, qu'est-ce qu'il va faire? Il va rajouter un produit sur le SO, mais il va faire le mouvement de l'emplacement de stockage principal de l'entrepôt vers le client.
Alors, ça, on a dû le gérer. Non, ça, on n'a pas eu ce problème-là.
Ok.
So, parce qu'en fait, donc quand on configure les routes, en fait, on définit, donc on crée le besoin sur l'emplacement du client, la FSM location qu'on choisit dans la sales order. Et donc en fait, on va avoir des règles de pool qui vont le prendre en fait d'un véhicule, en fait une location véhicule qui est virtuelle. Et puis en fait, c'est configuré. Et donc après, il y a une autre règle qui va faire un pool sur le output, la location de output, et puis après, on suit le flow d'Odoo standard. Okay. L'idée, après, on a fait pour suivre ce process, en fait, il y a quand même, il y a une étape où en fait, on crée les trucs automatiques, mais il y a quand même des décisions qui sont prises au jour le jour, parce que c'est quel camion qu'on va envoyer, des choses comme ça. Donc chaque camion a sa location. Et donc quand on est sur des locations génériques, il y a un moment donné, il y a une prise de décision, une planification opérationnelle qui se fait pour savoir, bon voilà, on va envoyer telle personne avec tel véhicule. Et donc on va loader le véhicule avec ces commandes-là. Donc mais ce problème-là de...
Peut-être j'ai raté une étape. Ah, oui.
Maybe you can continue this discussion after.
Thank you.
We are to be on track.
Okay, thank you.
So thank you, Maxime.